going to get today started. For everyone who missed out on the opportunity that's happening now, I apologize. Sometimes people put in requests looking for stuff and it comes up and we just grab it. Sometimes it gets power-hearted and forgotten, unfortunately. That's the dilemma with the no pay to play, but I don't really like the ethics of pay to play. So, can I be tempted? Oh gosh. Yeah, of course. But mostly I just kind of hit and miss this stuff. Dan is just letting us know the Sound and the Fury. You got new music coming out 2025. I thought we'd start the day instead of running away from anything, running right back to the Sound and the Fury. Run Revisited. Got an official lyric video. I like that. We can maybe figure out what it means to you. Welcome to do the same thing. Knowing what it actually means is, always a long shot. Art's personal. But we'll see what we can get from it. At least a first listen to start. Easy to get behind right there.
So downriver, we were born divine. No one stays forgiven. No one leaves alive. When you see it coming, running at you. Everyone's on to you. You should run. The whole world's on to you. Time's not given, and it moves to end. No one here stays hidden. No one starts again. When you see it coming, running at you. Everyone's on to you. You should run. The whole world's on to you. Run like hell, it burns to stay and dwell. You better run like hell, it burns to stay and dwell. You were given every chance to beg for mercy. You were given every chance to run. You asked for forgiveness. How's that working? Tell me what makes you so sure your kingdom's done. Then run. Everyone's on to you. You should run. The whole world's on to you. And no one's coming for you. Run like hell, it burns to stay and dwell. You better run like hell, it burns to stay and dwell. You better run.
Now, I like that track. Really liked that track. Credit where credit's due. Run Revisited, the Sound and the Fury. Boy, first off, I like songs with you in it. Makes me want to filter the ideas through myself because it is pointed in my direction, right? It's just like the eyes, self-reflective, possibly accusatory here, possibly directing it, saying, hey, you are the subject matter of this one. And I'm not saying that's the case. That's how it's written. I really like that running at you, run from it. There is nothing you can do. You have to understand. I'll link it down below. I was just watching this.
Not with chaos, but with comfort. As I've said for years, what is history but the story of how civilizations have degenerated and collapsed after attaining what were then the pinnacles of power and prosperity? So the question then is not whether civilizations decline. The question is, what causes that decline?
Ignoring everything running at you? Engaging in comfort and consumption, not care? And then I have to generalize that because I can't speak on a personal belief system. I can only speak on survival at the moment and thinking, well, whether it's the lyrical content I just came from in this song, the warnings about 2030 and America's total collapse, the idea that things bigger than myself are always around the corner that I should be aware of. Those ideas filtered through this track really. And then I just went down the Palatine, kind of the rabbit hole there, the surveillance state. And then you apply this to like a total control grid. And boy, the words really resonate. So much so that I want to hear it one more time. I don't know when I'll get back to it. This is a good track.
So downriver, we weren't born divine. No one stays forgiven. No one leaves alive. When you see it coming, running at you, everyone's on to you. You should run.
So, because of current events, I'm really filtering the youth through society at large and not me personally. It's a really odd image in my head that's going along with this right now because of the 24 hour. Yeah, a couple things I absorbed over the last few days. I'm not saying it's all right. Just saying it's stuff I'm thinking about. Deciding to run towards and learn about before it can just consume me. Yeah, and I mean, I think there's an underlining feeling of that here. I mean, why? It shouldn't just be to get you afraid and defeatist, I wouldn't think. I see it as not, I don't know if this is the right way to describe it, not negative reinforcement, but the whole, sometimes reality has to slap you upside the melon once to let you look at what's really going on. I hate to use a violent metaphor, but I mean, I'm just saying, I look around and it appears people choose violence constantly. one of those things you should probably see running at you, then run away from. Unless you have the will to stand against it, and then that's another whole story altogether, isn't it? Really like that line there, just because we were talking about time being a constant in all equations, or I was saying I think that's a true the regret or fear of time. I mean, it's just a constant. You know, what are you going to do? There are some inevitabilities attached to the mortal coil. I'm just saying, eventually. Oh, and then it was that line that really, I was like, oh shit, ain't that the truth? And here's my dilemma. You got a world where they want the powers turned on everybody to protect them. Protect me. But for some reason, all that technology can't stop them from letting them scam you. You're going to allow them to get into your shit before you ever demand them to take away the scammers and the grifters. Now, what do you say about a system that allows the grifters to coexist within it? How come you have to have reverse scammer, gray hat hackers going after Indian call centers, generating massive content and probably revenue? But why is that? How is that all like acceptable? Okay. Shouldn't the technology have already limited the reach of the scammer? So is it until you have an entire control grid that you'll no longer be hustled? Or do you get controlled and then they allow the hustlers to keep hustling you because, well, they supply, goods to the island. They get their cut of society because they made the payoffs. So I worry that the worst parts of society do remain hidden, and then normies are convinced that they should be concerned about other normies when you're both just working to take care of your family, loved ones, and little slice of it all. It's very interesting to me. And both sides scream for the control system, so I think they're both guilty. I am really stepping away from the bubble I enjoyed because I see influencers within it crying for the control system to protect them. Well, that assumes you always have power and the next side isn't going to use that against you. It's just the stupidest thing ever. Just dumb. Dumb. Why would we set up any system that could just be wielded by the people in power to suppress their enemies? And that's what every side accuses each other's of. Damn, it appears we all got some shit to run from. I love the accusation there, because you can just apply it to so many different yous. I don't have to take it personally. I can project it out to wherever I think it should go. I really like that kind of lyrical writing. I like this song a lot.
Run like hell, it burns to stay and dwell. You better run like hell, it burns to stay and dwell. You were given every chance to beg for mercy. You were given every chance to run. You asked for forgiveness. How's that working? Tell me what makes you so sure you're.
How's that working out for you? Yeah, I like that line.
You ask for forgiveness. How's that working? Tell me what makes you so sure your kingdom's done. And
That line's awesome right there, too.
you should run.
Because this is way more inspiring to me than just a regular song. That line really,
Kingdom's done.
yeah, right there.
So sure your kingdom's done.
And I don't know the meaning behind any of it, and I'm not sure I would want to. I think I want this sort of experience, whether it means I'm crazy or not. At least for my own world, there's been a lot of substance in the last 17 minutes. I enjoy that. Even if it means nothing more than my own delusions. I chose not to run from my crazy a long time ago. I revisit it constantly. But that line here about how do you know your kingdom's done? I brought this up. And I'm like, well, if the Internet of Things, the control system, the reaching global digital net is inevitable, then I guess I want installation handled by those who still believe some things are permissible. And then some things that might be permissible aren't as socially acceptable as you think, but, you know, you go do you. So I hope I can hold out some hope for my, let's say, Blade Runner-esque dystopian future with a mix of everything, probably mega violent, but also overly sexualized, but capable of, you know, some sort of barter, trade, and civilization existing. You can do business. You know, you don't know what robot you're banging, so you're cool. I'm just saying that to me is better than a Equilibrium-esque dystopian future where I have to be vaxxed and medicated so I don't have emotional outbursts because, God forbid, emotions scare the soft. So, I'm hoping for Blade Runner. I'm hoping the crazy shit that everyone should at least see running towards them exists in a, Blade Runner-esque, not 1984-esque dystopian tale. And, man, to think that all those thoughts get to come out during just this track. I like it! had no clue I was going to enjoy it this much. It was really supposed to be a one-off for Dan. Honestly, it was just a hero song that I know he's fond of. The rest, you got to see yourself if you stayed to the end. I appreciate you, and that's it. That's all I got. Later.